Hey everyone, welcome back. We are continuing our New Year, New Technique series. And in this soap, I get a little twisted. And by that, I mean I'm trying a spin swirl. So I'm putting my block, my container on a Lazy Susan, in this case, to see if I can spin it and get some unique designs out of it. Except it didn't go necessarily according to plan. But I still think the end result was really cool. So let's jump in, see what happened, and then I'll meet you right back here to look at the final result and see what we think about it and what we learned. All right, we have a very crowded countertop right now because we've got a lot of stuff going on for this pour. We have our slab mold here for bars. What does it make? 18, something like that, bars. I've got my oils, which I've got a little bit more than normal because the container here fits a bit more. Woo, this is gonna be full. All right, we've got lye water with some sodium lactate. I just have some kaolin clay in this container. And now let us blend this up. I don't wanna close that just yet. All right, blend, blend, blend. Soaping at room temperature, and I really want to be careful with blending too much here. But I could tell looking at the bottom that the lye was not fully incorporated, and it's still not. All right, so we are going to be doing something similar to the funnel pour that we did earlier. Just want to look at this, see if it's breaking apart. Doesn't look like it, but just one more pulse. Okay, that feels good. Yep, I'm at a very light trace right now. So we're gonna get rid of this because I really don't think I need this anymore. All right, next up we have, and I'm gonna get a rag here because I've already got one drip. We have 4 different colors. We have this is called a Sexy Stranger on a Train. This one is Rapunzel. We have Tangerine Dream, and we have a red oxide. And I'm gonna leave this base uncolored. So let us do some pouring here. The red oxide, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Sexy Stranger on a Train. Tangerine Dream, and we're not going to color this one. Now for our scent, I want to do something a little bit more masculine. This is Wild Currant and Sandalwood fragrance oil. This should not discolor because there's no vanilla in here, and of course, are you going to be a pain in my tushy and not, there we go, got it open. I'm definitely getting that currant scent, a little fruitiness to it, but I'm getting that sandalwood, which is a little bit masculine, and why I am going with some of these colors here. I wanted something a little bit more masculine in general. All right, we've got that. I need to get more of these spatulas to mix all of these together. All right, yellow, a little bit there. Let's see. This is going to be a very light yellow. It's not going to be very dark. I've used this before. All right, very light. Well, because I wanted some color, some differences in value. That's one of the things that I take with me from my quilting experience is playing with value and needing light, medium, and dark values to kind of contrast against each other, especially with a technique like this where we're going to be doing a whole bunch of layering. And this one could take a little while. We'll see. I'm going to have to act fast. We're going to add to our Sexy Stranger on a Train, and yeah, we'll just kind of, there we go. All right. Good enough. Let's finish mixing all of this together. Orange. I'm going to go back in there. And I'm okay with a little bit of orange in there because it'll help darken it. And now Sexy Stranger on a Train. Who comes up with the names of these? I have no clue. Like, imagine if that was your job. All right. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. What do you do for a living? I name micas and I need to come up with really unique names. Oh, really? What's the most unique name you've come up with? Sexy stranger on a train. Rapunzel, tangerine dream. Like, how do you respond to that? Seriously, what do you say? I don't know. I've got so much going on here. I'm moving these all off to the side. I need a bigger container, bigger counter. Okay. And I don't know if you can see, the white here turned a little bit yellow from the fragrance oil, which honestly would work just fine with this because the yellow is great. That out of the way. Now, I need to show you my contraption here. I have a Lazy Susan, and I have this because once we do our pour, we're gonna swirl this around. So I need to act fast, and I am going to start by pouring in the corners here. And I'm just gonna kind of, those drips I don't really care too much about. I wanna do some layering. And then I'm just gonna kind of pile things on top of each other. Seriously, I don't care about those drips. They're not gonna do anything. Pouring. Honestly, I'm being a little loosey-goosey with this because I know I'm going to need to act fast. All right. Just dropping. This kind of feels like pancake batter right now. It said that this was a pretty good behaving fragrance oil. And the fact that these are meeting up already is good. It's just gonna be interesting, you know? I like interest, I like different. Go back to the white, which has turned yellow after this. Hopefully we have, I probably should have, I just got soap on my sleeve. Okay. We gotta move fast. And then we'll go back to the orange. These are gonna start to meet each other. I might do another one right here. Orange. Orange again. Yep, just going loosey-goosey with this, not really caring. I mean, I care. I do. Now we'll go brown. It'll be really interesting to see how this turns out, because you can kind of see how these are moving towards the center a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. We're playing around. I think this will be really interesting to see how some of these bars look when we unmold them. So I'm going to use the dividers. All right, get the red. I might do a little bit here too. You can start a new pile whenever, and I can stop a pile whenever too. Like what I might do, what do I need to do next? We'll do white. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit in the corner. Then we will keep playing around. I gotta tell you, doing it like this is an arm workout. All right, let's do orange again. We're forming up. You can definitely see that. That's okay. We're gonna make this work. I think we're gonna be done with that one in the corner for right now. Okay, yellow, let's do yellow. Here, woo, that came out fast. We're drippy. We're drippy. Okay, okay, and let's do a little bit here. Red, 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 and we're gonna do a little bit in the corner. Oh boy, this is crazy. Wow. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Okay, white again, which is looking a little, it's lightening up a little bit. Just kind of starting new piles every now and then. Yeah. This will be interesting. It's definitely a little messy. I think it's gonna look somewhat layered, but also somewhat not. I'm gonna do one right here in the middle. Kind of restart some different piles. And I'm really having to kind of shimmy this out. That's okay. All right. I haven't done brown in a little bit, so we're doing Sexy Stranger on a Train. I'm gonna get some over here. We're just kind of pouring, doing what we can. All right. We're gonna have to start scraping soon, I think. The white, we'll get that out there. All right. Whew. Definitely a lot of work. Trying to make this even, but you never know. I'll be really curious once I start spinning this to see what happens too. How these disperse, what happens there. All right, we're going. I need spatula. We're gonna do the rest of the orange, then we're gonna go to yellow. Orange, orange, orange. Right there, we're scraping. This actually is not, it's actually gonna be good scooping it out like this. Maybe I should have been scooping it out a little bit more like this to begin with. All right, let's see what we can get out of this orange here. We'll see. Okay, and then we got to get some yellow in here. We haven't done that in a little bit. Into the sink. Yellow. Yellow. Just kind of arbitrarily placing these things now because that is about where we're at. I'm gonna save some of that. Let's go to brown. Sexy Stranger on a Train. Like, where did this name come from? If this is a book or movie reference that I am not getting, let me know in the comments because I don't always watch all the movies, all the films. And it could be totally obvious and I am oblivious to it. Which if that's the case, tell me. Just let me know. Woo! Splatter. Okay. Woo! I gotta tell you, these layered ones are a lot of work. And I'm gonna be really curious to see what the heck I do with the top. Okay. We are getting there. This smells really nice. It's definitely more of a masculine fruity scent. So I'm definitely saying it's got a lot of fruit notes to it. It does. I'm not gonna lie, but that sandalwood really makes it nice and masculine. Okay. Dollop, dollop. It's like a dollop of sour cream. Kind of, sort of. Gonna kind of pile them up there, doing what we can, and these are like totally not round dollops. That's okay. I think I'm also gonna use this to kind of fill in little bits here and there. But as I spin this, I'm hoping that things kind of flatten out a little bit, hopefully, because we're gonna need some flattening. Otherwise, these are going to be very uneven. All right, let's get all of this out. Kind of looks like ketchup and, I don't know, ketchup and mayo and mustard right now, in a way. A little bit. How many of you were thinking that and you didn't want to say it? Oh man, the things that places where my mind goes with some of this at times. We went from movies to naming of micas to ketchup and mustard and everything else. All right, we are going to back to the red mica here. Red oxide, which is a pigment, not a mica. All right, this is good. We're getting some good distribution. So again, you can see I've got some different tones. I've got like the yellow and the uncolored one kind of as the light value. I've got the orange as a medium value, and this red and the brown are the darker values. So this is gonna add some contrast when we cut into it and really help make it interesting, hopefully. And I really should stop saying cut into it because we're not cutting into anything. We're just gonna unmold because we're going to use the dividers in this. Because I don't have a way to cut the slabs if I were to do this as a slab. And we will finish out with a little bit of yellow. I'm gonna do some here and there because I want some red to be on top, some yellow. So I'm gonna kind of top some of these and not all of them. We'll kind of mix it up a little bit on which ones we're topping, which ones we're not, as I get this on the mold and all over the place. I'm actually really surprised that this mold is not going everywhere on me. All right, let's do what we can to get this out. And then we're gonna spin. We're gonna see how this works. Honestly, this is a Lazy Susan that I had from an old apartment house, something. I don't know what I did, but I found it the other day unpacking a box. I'm like, ooh, I could totally use this. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna use this rag to wipe the countertop, get all that off, and the side here. Now, let's see if we can do anything with spinning. I'm gonna get these containers out of the way. Let's shimmy this down. Okay, we're getting some spin. It's doing something. So when I stop it abruptly, it's kind of twirling it a little bit. Whew, getting a little bit of spinning there. All right, I think I'm gonna stop and put this down. And now, we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna kind of tap that down. And we will grab our dividers. And we're gonna put this in here, push down. And we will see what kind of bars we get. I'm not going to put anything on top. I don't really want to touch them. But I do want to try and clean up the sides somehow. Should have done this before. Grab a popsicle stick. I'm just gonna kind of go around the edge just a little bit. Try and get that in there and look decent. And I'm trying to decide if I need to do anything to like swirl the top somehow. All right, let's see. I think I might do a couple and then, no, I think we're gonna leave them as is. I kind of like the chunky look to it. Better than the Swirl. Okay. Well, you guys just came along on that journey with me. I told you, this is new year, new techniques. Let's spray this with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and we will unmold this tomorrow or in 2 days. We will see, because I'm actually kind of recording this right before Christmas, so I may be maybe a little bit more than a day. All right, this set up really nice and it smells fantastic. The reason I say it set up really nice is I was able to actually remove the dividers without taking any soap out. That's all I've done. I haven't looked, I haven't peeked. I don't know what these are gonna look like on the inside, but let's start taking a few out. I'm gonna start over here. So here's the edge that was next to the silicone. And you can kind of see, it does look like it kind of dragged it down a little bit, which you expect when, you know, you're pushing things through, as I have soap stuck to me. It'll be really interesting to see how these work and look as you use them, because I think they're going to really kind of transform it. You're going to see lots of little different bits of color here and there. What I'm thinking is I have a lot, I've got about 50% hard oils in my mix. Ooh, the bottoms are cool. And I think between that and being cold, that it's making it tough. It's hardening up some of these bars fast. So I might try working at, and why some of it is accelerating, because it said that this does not accelerate. I'll clean some of these up a little bit. But I do like these colors together. This red oxide right here just looks really pretty with the brown and the orange. The Rapunzel yellow is very soft and very similar to the uncolored, which I was kind of anticipating, but I think it works and it just kind of adds this nice soft subtleness to it. So I'm not mad at this. I think these turned out really nice. And here's one that I tried to swirl and I think it looked a little too busy. So I didn't do the others, and I'm kind of glad I didn't do all of them. And here's the other one I swirled. Ooh, look at the side of that one. Yeah, these smell wonderful, but I will check in soon to let you know how the smell continues to evolve, because it's got this like fruity masculinity with that sandalwood, which is just stunning. I love it so much. And these are pretty hefty bars, if I do say so myself. Well, as we've learned through this entire process, when it's really cold and dry here, I need my oils to be a lot warmer than they normally are. So here's the final results, and here are a couple, and I picked two that are a little different. I actually kind of like how they're just a little bit unique, and the bottoms are really cool too. What I think is going to be really fun about these is as you use them, the different designs that are going to emerge as you kind of experiment and whittle them down a little bit. These are some solid bars though. They're really heavy, hefty. The scent, I definitely get the current is a little bit overpowering of the sandalwood in a way. And overpowering is definitely the wrong word. I would say the current is front and center, and the sandalwood is just this nice accent behind it. So to me, this is a great unisex bar. It's not too feminine, not too masculine. And I think, I hope you guys are really gonna like it, because I'm trying to get more scents that are a little less just always fruity or florally or something like that. So let me know if you want to see me try this again with some thinner oils, warmer oils, thinner consistency to make this work. Maybe in March's series, I'll find one to test it again and see if I can make it work. But until next time, guys, get out there, create something beautiful, have a fantastic day. I will see you real soon. Be sure to give this a thumbs up and comment below what you want to see coming up. Have a great day.